As night fell, the forest grew quieter than ever before. This was the only world Aras had ever known. The trees were his roof, the earth his bed, and the animals his family. He had grown among them, learning the rhythm of wind through leaves, the warning tremble of branches, the silent language of eyes. His closest companions were a swift squirrel, a wise old tortoise, a fearless stag, and a large wolf who had once been wary of humans, but now trusted him completely. Aras didn't fully understand their sounds, but he understood their hearts. That night, however, the wind carried a different scent. Heavy, hungry, dangerous, the ground trembled with slow, crushing footsteps beneath the soil. A low growl rolled between the trees like distant thunder. The squirrel leapt onto Aras's shoulder. The stag lifted his head sharply. The wolf stepped forward, baring his teeth toward the darkness. Then the shadows moved. 3 massive shapes emerged between the trees. First, a towering brown bear, its breath steaming in the cold night air. Behind it, a wild boar, tusks gleaming under the moonlight like curved blades. And finally, a black panther, silent as smoke, eyes burning like embers. They were hungry, and they had come to claim the valley. Branches snapped, the earth shook under their weight. Aras felt fear tighten his chest, but retreating meant abandoning his family. And that he could not do. The panther leapt first, landed before them, claws extended, muscles coiled like a drawn bow. The stag stepped back, the squirrel trembled, the tortoise pulled into his shell. Suddenly, the boar charged. The ground exploded beneath its hooves. Aras barely rolled aside in time. The wolf lunged forward, colliding with the boar to divert its path. Teeth clashed, growls shook the forest. The bear roared and struck a tree. Wood splintered, the trunk collapsed with a thunderous crash. Aras climbed a branch to escape, but it cracked beneath his weight. A massive paw slammed into the trunk. His fingers slipped. He fell. But the squirrel shrieked and flung dry soil into the panther's eyes, just a heartbeat of distraction. The stag surged forward, positioning himself beneath Aras. The boy landed on his back. "To the riverbed," Aras whispered urgently. The wolf was still locked with the boar. The panther leapt again, this time aiming for Aras. Time slowed. Aras spotted a smoldering pine cone near the ground, embers from a small fire he had tended earlier that day. Without hesitation, he seized it and hurled it forward. Flames flared briefly in the darkness. The panther recoiled. The bear roared again, charging toward them. But they had reached the riverbank. The earth there was thick with mud. Heavy paws began to slip. The boar staggered. The panther retreated to stable ground. The bear's momentum faltered. The wolf gave one final defiant snarl. After long, breathless seconds, the 3 predators withdrew into the shadows from which they had come. Silence returned. The forest stopped trembling. Aras dropped to his knees. His hands shook. His heart pounded like a drum. But no one had run. The wolf rested his head gently against Aras's shoulder. The stag exhaled deeply. The squirrel returned to his perch. The tortoise slowly emerged from his shell. Above them, the stars flickered through the branches. That night, Aras understood something he would never forget. True strength is not standing alone in the dark. It is standing together. Even when the dark roars back,